My site is muted. My lounge site is muted, but I see that people are back on the screen. So, Austin, how do we fix that? I would like to be spotlighted. So, or spotlight Gopal. I guess that would be even a better idea here in a moment. After I kick things off, you can spotlight him, and then that way nobody will be seen in the lounge, but he or I. Okay. Well, so welcome everybody. Let me just say hello to Gopal, and this is our final session for the year and for a little while Gopal and Vinod do a regroup, think about what they've done over the last few months and make some decisions about what's coming next, and maybe Gopal talk more about that. But today's session, I believe, is about, in general, without stealing Gopal's thunder, is about chemicals. So I'll just leave it at that. And I know that he is going to share his screen here shortly, and I'm going to make him co-host so he can do that. And I'm going to be here to moderate, ask questions if you put them in the chat and would like me to ask the question, or at least just watch for when you raise your hand so we can keep things moving and make sure all your questions get answered. So take it away, Gopal.
Good morning, everyone. Vinod will be on soon. He couldn't locate the link, so I just forwarded Deb's link to me to him, so he should be on. Yes, today is our discussion of a very important subject, which is chemicals. So we will talk about that, and let's get started. You can see my screen, Deb, correct?
Right. Yes.
All right. All right. So again, we all know each other. Dr. Vinod and I, we are part of the Family Green Survival with a mission to provide education and also some wholesome food to people in need. As always, we don't know you, so we cannot give any specific personal advice on nutrition. Always talk to your qualified nutrition person for personal information, right? So we've talked about all these things, and for today we'll talk about chemicals and additives, which are very recent addition to human diet. Very, very recent, only a few decades back, where the major chemicals came. So our body has no idea what to do with this, and so we'll see why, what can we do individually. Of all things we have talked about today, up to today, this will be the most difficult to detect and avoid. So you have to be more diligent on that. Why do they put them in? Well, because of the longer shelf life is a majority reason for that, because food is not made in the neighborhoods anymore. Food is made in factories, in different countries, different places, and food deteriorates. Natural food deteriorates, but you can buy a burger from one of these burger places. In fact, I have one in the garage. I bought 8-9 months ago, and it is still a burger. It hasn't molded at all. So they all to add color, texture. When I came to US, I couldn't believe how the color in the butter. And why do they do that? Because I grew up eating butter all my life. My mom made it practically every day at home. So there's this color thing. Pistachios used to have red color added to them. I don't know how many people remember that. And also to, again, more nutrition to things and reduce cost, because chemical things cost less. A chemical essence costs much less than a natural essence costs. You know how costly the vanilla bean is, very costly, but then you can make chemicals for that. Now, what is wrong with chemicals, these additives? Allergies, they cause birth defects, they cause cancer, they cause diabetes risk, heart disease, weight gain, and they cause death because our bodies are slowly being eroded by these chemicals. You won't take a little chemical, let's say hydrochloric acid, real acid, and put a drop on your body every day because you know eventually it's going to eat through. So that's what happens to those. And eating junk food is killing more people than smoking. Think about that for a moment. How smoking is tracked and the national movements on TV otherwise don't smoke, but we have no national movement which says don't eat any junk food, bad food. And again, once you get this file, if you were to click on this, this will take you to an article about this subject, very well scientific article. So tobacco kills about 8 million deaths, people in the US every year. Bad food kills about 11 million people each year. But we know that's not on any poster. That's not in any food, does not have a sign which says maybe may cause death, but those are the numbers. So large quantities of chemicals, daily meals. Again, there's a stabilizer. The stuff is if you put 5 or 10 liquids together, they're gonna, because their specific gravity is different, they're gonna separate. The oil and vinegar is one where you can put them together, shake it all up, and 30 minutes later, oil is separate than vinegar because their specific gravity and their emulsion quantities are different. But people don't like that. Nobody wants to shake a orange bottle or a salad bottle. So they want to put emulsifiers and stabilizers. And then again, they have to last a long time in a refrigerator. It really is interesting how long a sauce will last in the refrigerator for months and months because those are preserved. And colors, natural colors are very expensive. Red, yellow, blue, all of these are put in for those. So I'd really like you to think about this one. Many or most food additives have not undergone any safety testing. FDA, according to their laws, allows the companies to declare that these things are safe. Grass generally recognized that safe for eating, and without the U.S. Food Drug Administration approval or even